Okay, forward. Looking to the west, capturing a little bit of the moon as it was moving through the sky there and going down on a view to the northwest. And I, something interesting kind of happened with flight tracker radar because I could see and I could hear something going over us earlier, and it was this Taco 99, but I couldn't get eyes on it, and it was only up at 20,000 feet. And it's still only up at around 20,000 feet. When it came right directly over our house, and I mean, it was right directly over our house, according to flight tracker radar. I just couldn't get an eye on it. It just it was cloaked. It was really heavily cloaked. And there were, maybe a few little wispy clouds here and there at the time when it was coming over. But in this capture here of the moon, you can see the sky was pretty clear out in that direction and it came right directly over. And I could hear it, but I could not get eyes on it. Okay. It was like it was invisible. And the sound of it was echoing throughout the whole valley, just bouncing around the hills out here. And I got an error message from Flight Tracker Radar. I blocked out my IP for obvious reasons, but it said that there was an unknown connection issue between Cloudflare and the Origin web server. And I understand this is supposed to be common. When I did a quick search for this reference number 520, it appears to be some kind of a common error, but this is the first time I've ever seen it. And I've been tracking Flight Tracker Radar for quite a while here. I've never seen a message like this. But when it did finally come back up, this is what, I saw it was a Taco 99 and it was up at about 20,000 feet. And I can see other planes that come over when they're up at, 30,000 feet, 34,000 feet, 37,000 feet even. I can see them with the naked eye, you know, but for some reason, when this Taco 99 came over, it was not wanting to be seen. It was blended in, to the sky pretty well. But again, there might have been a little bit of a haze, but there weren't a lot of visible cloud structures that would have been obstructing my view. So it was just baffling. It was just really interesting. It was an interesting occurrence there with the error, the timing of the error, and then just not being able to get eyes on it. It's just really strange to me because, because I'm repetitive, I gotta say it again. I can visually see and observe planes up at 30,000 feet even. There's a couple of them Learjet ones that'll come up over at like 37,000 feet. So the fact that this Taco 99 was able to come right directly over our house and the flight tracker radar was disabled and I was not able to actually get a visual on it is kind of terrifying to me anyway, because I don't trust them and I don't have to trust them. And listen, folks, I I love the idea of America. I love the idea of our country here. And that's what it is. It's basically and it's an idea, you know, and I love it. But I don't have to love and support the military that's supposed to serve and protect our rights and our freedoms and all of that. I'm not when they've had a proven history of perpetrating baddies around the world. I don't support that. You're not doing it for me. You're not doing it on my behalf. And I just I don't trust them. I think I feel like I've been brain raped this morning with this thing coming over and then knocking off the radar and then not being visible. What the hell? How the hell was this able to just blend right into the freaking sky, go right directly over our location at around 20,000 feet, and I'm not able to see it? It's tripping me out. I don't know. Anyway, I'll be sharing this video of the moon here too. That it shows some interesting features along the Terminator line as it was going down there to the west. It's just kind of always kind of curious to look at it a little bit closer. So I'll be sharing that too. But I just thought this error was kind of curious too. It says that it's common, but this is the first time I've ever seen it myself where it shows this kind of an error. The timing, and it's not a coincidence. It was thrown in error for a reason because it didn't want me in this, what was going right directly over our head. Taco 99. What's up with this? Some of these names of these freaking aircrafts from the Air Force, from our military. Taco 99. What the hell? Come on. No, something else to keep in mind too, folks. They got one of them H balls. H ball 669. It's up over Sioux Falls right now. And I think that's interesting because every time they give us a warning about solar flares, and you can track it yourself every time, we end up with these H balls up over us. And that makes me very nervous because in some of their scenarios in their own publications, they have scenarioed an EMP event right over the US using these types of devices, like these H balls. So I just think that's kind of a curious correlation there that every time we get a warning about solar flares and stuff coming from the sun, we end up with these balloons up in the sky for several days after they make those announcements. Heads up, folks.